Meltdown at midnight. The sirens began at exactly 11:47 p.m. At first, most people ignored them. Brighton was a city that never slept, and false alarms weren't uncommon. But when the power flickered, the radio signals cut to static, and a bright blue flash illuminated the skyline, people knew something was wrong. Inside the Brighton nuclear facility, technician Daniel Reeves watched in horror as the reactor's core temperature climbed past critical levels. The screens before him filled with red alerts: coolant system failure, core overheat, imminent meltdown. His fingers trembled over the controls, but he already knew there was no stopping this. "We need to go now," a voice shouted behind him. It was Dr. Evelyn Carter, the plant's lead scientist, her face pale in the emergency lighting. "Containment is breached. If we don't get out, we're dead." Daniel hesitated, his training urging him to stay and try to fix it. But the numbers on the screen told the truth. There were no solutions left. He ran. Above ground, the streets were chaos. Families poured out of their homes, cramming into cars, their headlights forming rivers of light stretching toward the highway. Police shouted evacuation orders, but there was nowhere near enough time. And then it happened. A deep, guttural rumble vibrated through the ground. The air itself seemed to pull inward, as if the city was taking one final breath. Then, detonation. A column of fire and radiation erupted from the heart of the city, turning night into day. The shockwave followed an instant later, shattering windows, flipping cars, and leveling buildings within miles. The sky burned orange, and the once thriving metropolis of Brighton was reduced to ruin in the span of seconds. Miles away from a lonely hill, Daniel and Evelyn watched, gasping for breath. The city was gone, and the cloud rising above it, the swirling, monstrous pillar of smoke and fire, meant that whatever was left would soon be uninhabitable. Brighton had died at midnight, and no one would ever live there again.